Imagine for a moment a world where humans, the architects of civilization, suddenly begin to mimic the behaviors of wild animals and insects. Picture a society where the intricate structures of our daily lives, the labyrinthine social systems and hierarchies we've so meticulously built, start to disintegrate. Instead of relying on laws, governance, and societal norms, we find ourselves driven by raw, unfettered instinct. Think about the primal shift that would occur. The corner offices, the classrooms, the bustling city streets, all reduced to a jungle-like existence, where survival takes precedence over all else. The pillars of culture, education, and technology would crumble, and in their place, the unadulterated laws of nature would reign supreme. In this alternate reality, the constructs of society as we know them would crumble, giving way to the raw, unfiltered laws of the wild. In this primal world, the concept of survival of the fittest would take on a literal meaning. Imagine, if you will, the stronger among us morphing into hunters, battling for resources and asserting dominance. The meek may not inherit the earth here, but rather they would form alliances, flocking together in herds or packs to bolster their odds of survival. The term fight or flight would no longer be a metaphor, but a harsh reality. The instinct to survive would drive humans to adapt, to learn, to outwit. Competition would be fierce, relationships transient, alliances formed and broken in the blink of an eye. Cooperation, a cornerstone of our civilized society, would be stripped down to its bare essentials. It would no longer be about mutual growth or shared goals. Instead, it would serve a single purpose: survival. Every interaction, every alliance, every truce would be a means to an end. The idea of cooperation would exist only as far as it serves immediate survival needs. In a world ruled by primal instincts, territories would be established and fiercely defended. The concept of private property, as we understand it today, would be replaced by a more primal, instinctual form of ownership. Humans might use physical displays of strength, or create visible boundaries to claim their space. We can imagine a world where the mightiest among us would claim the most resource-rich territories, while the rest would be left to make do with what's left. This could lead to a constant state of tension, with humans always on the lookout for potential intruders. Frequent skirmishes at borderlines could become the norm, as each individual or group tries to protect what they've claimed. This territorial behavior is reminiscent of how animals in the wild operate. Just as lions or wolves mark their domain, humans too might stake their claims, leading to frequent skirmishes and territorial disputes. Language, a cornerstone of human interaction, would regress to basic sounds and gestures. Imagine a world where our eloquent speeches, profound books, and heartfelt letters are replaced by grunts, growls, and the subtle twitch of an eyebrow. In this alternate reality, the rich tapestry of human communication would be ripped apart, thread by thread, until we are left with the bare essentials. Complex ideas, once expressed through detailed discourse, would be conveyed using primal vocalizations or body language. A raised hand might signify a warning, a certain rhythm of taps could mean danger, or a soft hum could express contentment. This stark shift would be akin to the way insects communicate through pheromones, releasing chemical signals to convey messages to their kin. Or perhaps we'd find parallels with birds who communicate through intricate songs, each trill and whistle carrying a specific meaning. Just as animals communicate through sounds, gestures, and signals, so too might humans in this alternate reality. In this primal world, mating would become a display of strength and genetic prowess. The intricate dance of human connection would take a back seat to the primal urge to ensure the strongest genes survive. Like peacocks flaunting their vibrant feathers, humans might engage in elaborate displays to attract potential mates. These displays could range from physical feats of strength to exhibitions of cunning and resourcefulness. Courtship, as we know it, would be replaced by a dance of dominance and submission. In this dance, the strongest would lead while the others would follow, much like the animal kingdom. Consent, a cornerstone of human relationships, would become an alien concept, replaced by the law of nature where the strongest claim their right to mate. In this alternate reality, the delicate nuances of human relationships would dissolve into the raw, instinct-driven processes of the wild. Mating would be a raw, instinct-driven process, with consent and choice becoming alien concepts. Consider the possibility of humans evolving to live in highly structured colonies, much like ants or bees. Within these communities, the emphasis would shift from individuality to the collective. Each person would have a specific role to play, contributing to the overall functioning and survival of the community. You might see individuals performing tasks for the greater good with no thought of personal gain or ambition. There would be no room for deviation or rebellion. Nonconformity would be seen as a threat to the stability of the group, and likely it would not be tolerated. Hierarchy would be established not based on wealth or social status, but on the ability to perform a given role effectively. Individual desires, needs, or aspirations would be secondary to the needs of the collective. In essence, the concept of self would be overshadowed by the demands of the group. In these hive-like human societies, individuality would be lost, replaced by rigid conformity and collective survival. With the absence of moral constraints, the line between predator and prey would blur. Imagine a world where humans, driven by their primal instincts, become the hunters and the hunted. Some, fueled by innate predatory instincts, would form packs, much like wolves or lions. Their strength in numbers would serve to overpower their quarry, and their collective cunning would ensure a successful hunt. On the other hand, those with characteristics more akin to prey species would need to adapt. They would become masters of evasion, employing strategies to blend with their surroundings or to swiftly escape from danger. The art of hiding would become a crucial survival skill, and the game of hide and seek would take on a whole new meaning. In this primal world, the roles of predator and prey would not be defined by species, but by individual instinct and behavior. The line separating the hunter from the hunted would be drawn not by nature, but by the survival strategies of each individual. This shift in human behavior would have a profound impact on the ecosystem. In this new reality, humans would trade ethical restraint for primal instinct, and this change could significantly disrupt the balance between species. Without the guiding hand of human ethics, stronger species might overrun weaker ones, and the delicate equilibrium we've achieved could be thrown into disarray. Moreover, the effects would not be limited to the animal kingdom. Flora too could face unforeseen consequences. Forests might overgrow without human intervention, or conversely be stripped bare as humans scramble for resources. Such drastic changes in vegetation could, in turn, further disrupt animal habitats, leading to a domino effect of ecological upheaval. And what of the smaller creatures? Insects, often overlooked, play vital roles in our ecosystems. Their survival could be threatened, affecting processes like pollination and decomposition that are crucial for maintaining biodiversity. The ripple effects of such a shift would extend far beyond human societies, disrupting the delicate balance of the entire ecosystem. While this scenario is purely hypothetical, it serves as a mirror to our current society. It's a stark reminder of the fine line that separates us from our primal roots. This thought experiment peels back the layers of our sophisticated civilization, revealing the raw, instinctive core that we share with all living beings. It forces us to question the essence of what it means to be human. Is it our ability to reason, to empathize, to create art and culture? Or is it the primal instincts we've suppressed in our journey towards civilization? It's a question that philosophers have grappled with for centuries, and one that remains as relevant today as it was in the time of Aristotle and Plato.